Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. The XRP community has spent a lot of time wondering who they might upset and how Ripple and XRP will function in the future generation of the financial system. To whom would they look as their primary competitor? More and more people have come out and indicated recently that XRP and Ripple are going to be extremely crucial to our next generation financial system, which has caught my attention over the past few months. The purpose of this movie is to present fresh footage of one of the world's largest institutions informing the public of the imminent importance of XRP and Ripple. Be sure to watch the whole thing because I'm going to discuss how Ripple and XRP may effectively supplement SWIFT. You definitely don't want to miss it. At the end of the video, I also want to talk about the recent macroeconomic changes. Does this help or hurt crypto? I'd like to get into the nitty-gritty of what a black swan or green swans event may imply in the context of crypto. You won't want to miss what happens at the end of the film, so make sure you watch to the very end. Let's get this video started straight away. Before I play the clip I really wanted to show you, I want to read out the tweet I posted in response, in which I said that it was becoming too clear. After hearing this, I think you'll see what I mean. It seems like institutions and key actors have been trying to deceive us for some time in an effort to conceal XRP's significance and Ripple's impact on a global scale. But I just want to show you a few video clips, which feature remarks from some of the largest companies in the world, and you'll see that nobody is trying to hide anything anymore. Ripple is one of the few organizations with the potential to fix the flaws in the current financial system, given how open and honest they are being. As you listen, the meaning will become clear. After that, we'll talk about a few more major players in the globe who will make the same point, because doing so is essential to grasping the role that Ripple and XRP play. This is Citibank letting you know. The city has so published a report on the potential future of international money transfers. Can you please elaborate? Sure. As a result, we considered who will process the projected $250 trillion in international payments in the next 5 years. We are aware of the current actors responsible for the flow of funds, but these will be different from the future players responsible for the flow of funds because of the shift we are watching. Keep in mind that the current players involved in international money transfers may not be the same players involved in those same transfers in another 5 years. That's an extremely short amount of time to get going. That does not foretell the dominance of a single company. He's saying this because he knows that once this corporation takes over, things will change. This is quite illuminating, since it reminds me of a statement made a few months ago by another very big organization, MasterCard, in which the CEO of that company speculated that SWIFT would not exist in another 5 years. These two groups are among the largest in the world. This is not a genuine statement by a high-ranking person at Citibank. 5 years from now, the actors involved in the cross-border transfer of $250 trillion in value will be different. CEO of MasterCard then concedes that for the time being, SWIFT will be left out of the equation. Now we must wonder who will enter the picture and take on the role of new guides. Who exactly will be a part of this monetary transfer? I don't think I need to show you this again, and I won't bother playing the clip. But even if Citibank said it wouldn't be us, this video has been viewed so widely that I'm confident it will show up on my Twitter if you haven't already. Nonetheless, what this amounts to is Citibank publicly announcing, "Hey, we made the Citi token, it works well for us. We need cross-border liquidity, another participant, and another neutral asset, but nobody else is interested in Citi tokens." So, what we see is that all these powerful organizations are openly announcing that the existing money movers will no longer do so. Just so you know, we can't do that and can only use our own token for internal settlement services, so it won't work out anyway. To my knowledge, no one else, but when we've spent our token, the fact that important players in the sector are openly declaring that the international money transfer service, would no longer be operating makes the situation incredibly intriguing. Furthermore, these companies say that this is what we know will happen, despite the fact that their predictions are purely speculative. These dates are not some unspecified point in the next 25 years. because these schedules are set for the next 5 years. This will be widely used very rapidly. Who will be in charge then? What JP Morgan, another very powerful institution, said well enough as evidence. In an internal paper, JP Morgan declared flat out that XRP is ready for massive adoption if they can win their case against the SEC in court. They go on to state that XRP can be used in many other types of transactions, including currency exchanges, commodity trades, and cryptocurrency exchanges. Right now, the positive case for XRP for Ripple is being made, with the claim that if the product passes the SEC, it will see massive usage. And as Citibank suggests, the conversation has turned to trading and fiat currencies. Sorry, but we just can't pull this off. SWIFT is currently exactly what MasterCard says it will do, disappearing. And Citibank has gone on record saying that new actors will be in charge of the money supply. JP Morgan is making it publicly known that they believe Ripple could be the solution. The role that XRP could play in making this happen is intriguing. What I just told you isn't pure speculation, as you can see. This is not something I made up on the spot. This is being made clear implicitly on the back end by these institutions. Now they're actually making it physically evident that there will be a major shift in the manner that money is sent across international borders, and they're also informing you that the old card won't be accepted. The Ripple company and its associated cryptocurrency, XRP, are also fascinating. They appear to be implying that Ripple and XRP will replace SWIFT because it solves all of our problems. This is my current understanding. It appears to me that some of these are already in place. Everything necessary to implement the new system is already accounted for, all that remains is for certain events to align. But I find it fascinating that so many people are betting everything on a new company's ability to join and dominate the market. Meanwhile, it has been widely discussed how important XRP and Ripple are for the back end. I seriously doubt that this is a coincidence. In my opinion, there must be some sort of pattern here. Moreover, as I've already mentioned, this is not some made-up piece of paper. That I think this will happen is not the opinion of some random outsider. These groups are the ones warning you about this impending event. These are not small organizations, therefore casual mention of XRP will not suffice. JP Morgan, the largest bank in the world, has publicly said that Ripple and XRP are mature enough for widespread use. Instead of my saying that I'm basing this on remarks from these powerful more point to make before I wrap up this film. As promised, I will talk about recent trends in the macroeconomy. And, if I'm being totally forthright, there isn't much to add to that. All those involved have my deepest condolences. It's a terrible situation, but it doesn't appear to be causing much concern in the markets right now. This is the most important development that could soon have an impact on the stock and bond markets. And I want to get rid of this film utilizing this footage, because I think the major institutions are going to start investing massively in cryptocurrencies very soon. In my perspective, this is the final stage. Institutions, I thought it would be interesting to piece together this material to show that it is happening right now. In fact, today alone, Ripple expanded into 13 new markets. These organizations are warning the public that a group with increasing influence is aiming to disrupt the current monetary order. As it stands, our observations of Ripple behavior are consistent with this theory. Fascinating, but I have one I don't think we'll see a market upswing until this happens. The largest sums of money in the world cannot enter the market without first receiving permission. The SEC has them in custody at this time. But, in all honesty, I think this could be the beginning of the end. Just play the audio. I'm going to let it kill you off. However, keep in mind that this is what will determine how much money you may use to re-enter these markets and what will ignite the next major bull market. Remember this. Whether or if this is a watershed moment for the Bitcoin ETF, Gensler, Gary, for those of you unfamiliar with the grayscale ruling, the head of the SEC has been opposed to the spot Bitcoin ETF, and he has less than a week to file an appeal of a critical judgment issued against him by many. Bitcoin Futures Exchange Traded Fund, ETF, approval effectively states that Gary Gensler has approved a Bitcoin-like product. If you argue for one, you have to argue for the other. and because the deadline for appealing this week. So, in this predicament, what action will Gensler take? Gary Jensen appears to be warming up to the idea of cryptocurrency. In essence, Gary Gensler contended that while tomatoes are illegal, ketchup is allowed. This makes no sense. Everyone seems to understand that once a futures contract is authorized, the underlying asset must also be authorized. It's also common knowledge that a Bitcoin spot ETF would be good for consumer safety. Regarding the ban on certain activities, the behavior of Gensler is reminiscent of the 1930s. They think alcohol abuse could be effectively curbed if it were criminalized. In reality, they were forced into speakeasies against their will. Investors are still buying Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies despite the absence of a spot Bitcoin ETF. They are being coerced into buying more exotic, high-risk products at a premium price. No one doubts its safety or gentleness. A loser in every situation. He has angered several members of Congress. Recently, he received a letter begging with him to approve the ETF from 4 members of Congress, 2 from each party. His case was rejected by the judge. The media is biased against him, and so are the investors. For the reasons stated above, there is growing hope that the SEC will soon allow these to enter the market and operate like they do in Canada, Australia, and Europe. It's all over today. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.